Welcome to another edition of My Opinion here on My Opinion TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. And this morning, we want to look at two topics this morning. One, a popular female vendor, one-legged, was shot and killed in downtown Kingston on Monday morning. And two, we want to look at how the police detail the killing of OJ, Clarendon Most Wanted. But first up, let's talk about a popular female vendor was shot dead in section of downtown Kingston Market District on Monday morning. She has been identified as Debbie Eaton, alias Debbie Ninja of Rima in West Kingston. She is said to be in her 40s, and as I said earlier, she's an amputee, meaning she's one-legged. And according to reports, at about 8 a.m., Eaton was in the area when she was pounced upon by gunmen who shot her. The assailants then fled the area. The injured woman was assisted to hospital, where she was pronounced dead. At this time, there is no motive for the killing, and the investigators are there doing their investigation at the moment, trying to theorize a reason for this killing. But what could a one-legged woman do to these hoodlums for her life to be snuffed out? Anyway, sometimes we know it's not necessarily what you do, sometimes it can be what you say. Why these woodlums would go to the market and take out this woman. West Kingston has not been under any peace recently, and based on what we are hearing coming out of West Kingston, even though it's not in the news, there's almost killing every single day. Violence erupt in the West Kingston division like at the snap of a finger, right? But we'd like to know that, I mean, this was a woman. What could she have done to these woodlums for her life to be snuffed out? And as I said, she was a vendor in the market, probably selling her produce. Maybe she's not giving in to what they want. Or, as I said, maybe this could be coming from somewhere else. This could also be coming from orders being sent out for her life to be taken. This could also be coming from family members. But the police presently are doing the investigation, and we hope they get to the bottom of it. But this amputee, the fact that she's one-legged, there was absolutely no chance for her. She couldn't run, she couldn't get away from these persons. You understand? So what is so sad about these gunmen is that they attack persons who are vulnerable, persons who at least expect them, because we don't support killing in no shape or form. But how could you have an art to just go and attack someone who's defenseless, even though that's what the gunman want? They want to attack a defenseless person. They only attack persons who can't defend themselves. And this 40-year-old woman, Debbie Eaton, she was caught off guard and was taken out in the market. But the market normally is a busy area. Persons there must have seen what happened. Persons there must know who did this. Persons there should just come forward, give the police all the relevant information that they have, so that they can be a swift and quick resolution to this, so that the police may find the killers or the killer or the killers and bring them to justice. But definitely 2020 has been a rough year, and it's not finishing on a good note. Persons that have been killed, even though the crime statistics suggest that crime is down. But the more and more we hear of situations like this, we wonder, when will Jamaica come back to where it normally was? But as I said, popular female vendor, one-legged, Debbie Eaton, was killed. She's otherwise known as Debbie Ninja of Arima in West Kingston address. But we hope the police will get to the bottom of this one. The other thing we want to look at is a story we brought to you yesterday of the Clarendon most wanted, Fitzroy Core, who was killed by the police in Manchester. The police are saying now he was a key lieutenant in the Effortville community gang called Lion Paw Gang. He was also a member of the Bucks Common or Buckner Gang in Clarendon. And the police say he was a known, notorious violence producer who sought to murder and shoot people. The police are saying that Core was actively planning to launch an attack in Effortville in reprisal to the double murder. As you are aware, a few weeks ago or a few days ago, there was a spate of killings down there in Effortville, Clarendon. It caused the police commissioner and the national security minister to implement a curfew down there in Clarendon, Maypen, Effortville, due to how that place was operating. Also, Member of Parliament Michael Henry came out and said that they needed a curfew. Well, they got the curfew. So Core was a key member in whatever was taking place down there in Clarendon. Well, the police, acting on intelligence, went for him in premises in May Day, and it was the police counter-terrorism organized division, that CTOC, went to the premises just outside Mandeville, Mayday, just outside Mandeville. When the police reached there, this is what the police is giving us a detailed description of what happened. When the police went there, the occupants were told to get out of the building and surrender. Core reportedly came out on the veranda using two women as human shield. When the police sought to apprehend him, he engaged a cop in a tussle. Now, clearly he did not decide to go down without a fight. Well, he went to have a fight in a subtle way because he came out with two women, hoping that he could use that as a decoy to the police. Well, the police went to apprehend him. He started a tussle with the police, and according to the police, he pulled a gun from his waistband, at which point another cop took him out. A 9mm handgun was reportedly seized, right? So these murderers, they go about doing their thing, and when the police apprehend them, they behave like babies. They behave in a manner which it doesn't depict the personality, the deadly personality they have. But at the end, Core decided not to surrender peacefully. He decided that he was going to take on the security forces. And of course, most times than not, they will end up come out on the loose inside. Well, this is the report we're getting from the police. I don't know if there's any other report out there, other persons who might have seen what happened. But Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey said law enforcement authorities have been tracking Core for several years, interrupting its criminal activities in the process. So the police have been having an eye on this man. And of course, you would remember that his name was on Clarendon most wanted list. And you can remember at one point he was sending threat to the security forces. How smart was that? I don't know. Bailey also commended the detectives from CTOC and the National Intelligence Bureau, as well as Clarendon and the Jamaica Defense Force, for their support in closing in on the wanted man. Bailey is saying that the investigation gave him and the intelligence gave them pinpoint accuracy as to the whereabouts of the most feared violence producers in Clarendon. And based on what Bailey is saying is that he was really wanted for October 22, 2019 murder of Malenio March, otherwise called Mullings, and Stephen Sharp, alias Sean or Percy. He was wanted for wounding with intent in relation to a 2-year-old girl. He was a person of interest in at least 11 murders and 4 shootings in Clarendon. And he was a key member of a criminal network operating in Clarendon, Manchester, St. Elizabeth, and St. Catherine. And he has been evading police dragnet since 2015. Well, he doesn't avoid this dragnet. He was caught by the CTAC. And based on what we're hearing about CTAC, when they come for you, your chances of surviving is so slim once you decide to put up a fight. But at the end of the day, Clarendon can breathe a sigh of release. Effortville can breathe a sigh of relief as this known killer, known gunman, known hoodlum is taken out by the cops, and persons can go about their business a little bit freer now in Clarendon. 2021 might be a little bit more freer to these people rather than looking at the back of their head for this woodlum, Fitzroy Core, aka OJ, taken out by police in Manchester. But that's how it is here. We hope everyone will have a prosperous new year when it comes. And we hope you all try to keep safe. Look out for the children. Look out for a loved one. And in this season of sharing, share with someone who's less fortunate. But most of all, keep it locked on My Opinion TV.